He knows exactly what he's doing. Don't you be fooled for not one solitary minute. Donald Trump knows exactly what he's doing. They talked about streamlining the government. And while the government does need to be streamlined, what they did is not streamlining at all. Streamlining looks like this. Streamlining and reducing the amount of unnecessary paperwork, meetings, and anything else, and policies that stop people from getting the type of assistance that they need, be it grants or be it social services. All of that is bureaucracy. That's what needs to be streamlined and eliminated. What was done, however, was firing of people and using AI in order to identify contracts and things of that nature so that they could cut them, even though the money has been appropriated. So that means that money is just sitting there, and they can transfer that over to that $4.5 trillion tax cut for those at the top 5%. And your taxes and my taxes will be paying for that. Because now all of the safety net programs, or most of them, have been gutted to the point that, it's kind of like when you go after Christmas and you got to take some stuff back to Walmart and they got 2 people sitting up there and the line is out the door. That's the same kind of scenario. And if you think any type of housing is getting ready to be built for those who are about to be displaced and the prices are going high and they can't afford it, yeah, you would be sadly mistaken. No, there will be no new housing built. The only housing built will be that of affluence. If you happen to be making $200,000, $300,000, whatever, then yeah, there will be housing for you because you can indeed afford it, right? But for the rest of the folks, not for you. So the Medicaid cuts, $700 billion. Not sure if it's going to pass the Senate, but we'll see. Medicaid cuts, $700 billion. You see how this is adding up to go over to that, transfer this money over to this side? Yeah, $297 billion for SNAP and so forth and so on. So this is how they're doing it. So when you think that they don't know what they're doing, baby, they know exactly what they doing. You don't know what they doing, okay? Somebody come get this. Come get a Harpo. SNAP, FEMA, Obamacare, Affordable Care Act, also known as WIC, Section 8, Housing Choice Vouchers, Housing First, which deals with homelessness, veterans. All of these things have been cut. And no, baby, they don't care nothing about you. That was very clear over the weekend when this president, I guess that's what you want to call him, went over there to West Point to give the address and put on that maggot hat. You understand, everything was about him. It wasn't even about the graduates, child. Somebody come get your IT. But as I did the research, there were many, many people who were veterans, in fact, who were in the military, who actually did vote for all of this travesty to happen. You understand? We had like the best military in the world, but I'm not so sure we might have it now. Huh? How safe do you feel? Do you feel safe? Huh? He said he want to put a dome. Guess who's going to pay for that? Yeah, every single thing that's happening, baby, is an economic decision, and my taxes and your federal taxes are going towards that. Let me ask you something. Do you feel safer in your neighborhood, or is your neighborhood getting cleaned up in any type of way? Huh? Yeah, that's what the opportunity zones were supposed to be for. So is that what's happening in your neighborhood? Is your house falling apart? Do you know how to access the grants in order to rehabilitate your home and anything that's in it? Do you, huh? Climate change is real. Yeah, we got hurricane season and stuff coming up for some states. And FEMA still hasn't even made it to Missouri. Okay, somebody come get her. So now the farmers, you farmers, you guys voted for this once before, and then he messed it up and then bailed you out to make it seem like he was a savior. You turned around and you voted for him again. Now, I don't know if this is streamlining, but baby, it don't make no sense. I will tell you that. So now many farmers are up in arms and trying to figure out what they're going to do. Well, the black farmers, you ain't heard nothing from them, not at all. Yeah, because they never trusted the system in the first place. We've never had a reason to trust them. So why would we start now? Absolutely not. It don't matter what side of the aisle you on, whether you on the red or the blue. You understand? Government ain't never been good to folks like me and you. Okay? So as we move forward into this particular thing, you said, well, what can we do? What can I do? I'm going to tell you what to do. All right? Here goes some more streamlining. What you do is, though this is federal, you need to start with, and I've said this many times, but the thing is, are you going to do it? Are you serious, or you just want to get up here, cry, bitch, and moan? Okay, so you go to the city council. You start there, because they are the ones that's responsible for either building housing in your neighborhoods, and or letting you know what type of programs are available for you to be able to tap into, so that you can access those funds, so that you can get your neighborhood and your businesses and things of that nature and your houses together, so that it will build up the value of your home. Huh? Yeah, somebody come on through with the word. Come through with the word, girl. Baby, you get with that mayor, you get with them city council members, you get with the county supervisors, and for what's going on in your schools, you go directly to the school board, because those are the people that are pushing the narrative through for these schools. And if your child is in a charter school, it's even more detrimental for them. Okay? So you need to be hollering at these school boards and get them together and let them know that their seat that they occupying, that the power is in your hands. You understand? So we, the people, believe, or many people are starting to believe, that maybe that we have no power. You absolutely do have the power. You have the power in so many ways, but the choice is yours. So, are we going to keep arguing with each other even though we have the same goals in mind? You know, love, prosperity, raising your children up in good, safe environments. You know, we don't want no police brutality. We want our houses okay and good value in our homes, and food at decent prices. And, you know, we all have the same things in mind, don't we? Okay, then what's the problem? Huh? Yeah. Now, I'm not going to cast no pearls before no pigs. You understand that. Now, I'm not going to keep sitting up here trying to tell people what they need to know in order to protect and save themselves and take care of themselves and their households. You understand? It will just go over their heads, and that's fine. You don't have to get on the train of knowledge if you don't want to. But for the rest of the folks, I just want you to know these are the things that you can do right now. Understand that you have a state representative that is there. You need to pay attention, because they can be voted out too. They can get it too. Okay? So if these local officials do not want this smoke, then they need to handle their business. But you need to go and let them know, and you need to vote accordingly to all these different measures and ballots. Pay attention. Pay attention. This is what you can do. Okay? And when it comes into the midterms, understand, they're going to try to throw you some little carrots right before then so that you can forget about it. But don't be fooled. Wolves in sheep's clothing. Stop that. Okay? All right. Power to the people, y'all. Power to the people. Hop on. Who this woman? Flag is up. Bye, y'all.